Good morning.
The sun is shining, it's shining bright. The sky's clear, the weather's right. I think it's time to take a flight. I'm feeling real good, I'm feeling real great. It's time for me to celebrate.
Good morning.
The beach is calling out my name, and I can't wait to escape.
Let's go.
Summertime is on my mind, and I'm feeling so alive. The world is mine, and I'm feeling fine. I'm ready to thrive. I'm soaking up the sun.
Let's do it.
I'm out here living my life.
Good morning.
Yeah, summertime is on my mind.
That's right.
Yeah, it's time for me to take a flight. Yeah, I'm cruising down the highway with the windows down. The wind is blowing through my hair. I'm feeling like a crab.
Yes, ladies.
I'm heading to the beach with my crew in tow. Where's the party at? Yeah, you know it's time to go. Summertime is on my mind and I'm feeling so good.
Good morning. Happy birthday.
I'm ready to thrive, yeah. I'm soaking up the sun and it's time to have some fun. I'm living my life. Summertime is on my mind, now it's time to take a flight. I'm sipping on a cold drink, feeling like a kingpin. The music's pumping and I'm right.
Now I'm vibing.
I'm dancing with my friends. Summertime is on my mind.
Yes, summertime is on
The sun
my
is shining,
mind.
it's
Good
shining
morning,
bright.
Miss
The
Boss
sky's
Diva.
clear, the weather's right.
Yeah.
I think it's time to take a flight. I'm feeling real good, feeling real great. It's time for me to celebrate. The beach is calling out my name, and I can't wait to escape.
No MAGA allowed. Cut it out.
It's on my mind, and I'm feeling so alive. The world is mine, and I'm feeling fine. I'm ready to thrive. I'm soaking up the sun.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, moving on, ladies. Good morning. How are all of you doing?
Jesus.
Yes, welcome to the kingdom.
You already
Hillary
know.
was right about everything. Absolutely.
You know what
Greetings.
it be like.
Greetings. Good morning, Dark
Sometimes
Tree.
you
Let's
just-
go.
I'm really in control.
You know what I do over here? Kimmy. Well,
I'ma block you if I want to.
yes, I'll block who I want to. I'll block who I want to. Man, I'm gonna block you if I want to. No.
I'ma block you if I want to.
HVAC, you know I know who you are. I have no problem putting sanctions on people.
I'm around these squares. I gotta know the rules of the game and understand.
Hey.
You was down for a play. I was on your side. Now you switch team, yeah, on the losing side. Tried to explain the game and strategy.
I
You
did.
didn't wanna listen cause you had it out for me. Ain't no time for no fighting and arguing. Now you wanna keep on sabotaging me.
Hey.
Sometimes you gotta lose the battle to win the war. I remember all them days when I was sleeping on the floor. You can't take me there no more.
Oh yes, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
can't take me there no more.
Hey.
Yeah, now I'm done with you. Ain't no fun with you. Now I'm done
Good morning,
with you.
ladies
Ain't
and
no fun
gentlemen.
with you. Now what you gonna do?
Let's do it.
Yeah, now what you gonna do? This is blasphemy. I'ma block you if I want to. I'ma block you if I want to.
I'll block them.
That's treason to me.
It's treason to me.
That's treason to me. I'ma block you if I want to. That's sanctions for me.
Hey.
That's sanctions for me.
Okay, Kim, let's get
You're a
it.
vassal of transgression and unconstitutional. Ain't no doing what you said you wasn't even gonna do. And if you wasn't gonna do it, then why'd you even do it? And if I were to tell the truth, then I might have to lose it.
Hey.
Somebody gotta stop this train from going straight to hell.
Hey.
Nobody wanna spend all their life in a cell.
Hey.
I'm fighting all these thoughts, you can hear it in my music.
Hey.
Mine gonna snap, gonna break like a toothpick.
Oh, y'all cracked me up.
I've been tested on the battlefield. I survived all the wars. You know how
Y'all
that
cracked
feels.
me up. I'm having a good time. Good morning, everyone. You know who it is.
I'm the one that's chosen. I've opened up your mind. I'm hoping you can focus, or you can get it from someone else besides me. I'ma block you if I want to.
Hey,
I'ma block you if I want to.
good morning.
That's treason to me.
Yes.
Yeah. I'ma block you if I want to. Yeah. I'ma block you if I want to.
Yes, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
sanctions for me. That's sanctions for me.
Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I don't know. Good morning. Good morning. First of all, let me make sure I put my headset in, all right? Because you know what they say. They can't hear you. We can't hear you, Zeus. We can't hear you. So I want to make sure we got the audio. on the. Can you hear me out there? Can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Welcome to the live. All right. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name of Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. Because the first H is honesty. I'm the most honest person on social media. There's nobody more honest than me, all right? I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God, all right? The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm the most humble person on social media, right? If I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. It just turns out I haven't been wrong, all right? And by the way, Snuggles, I hope you got your steak money today because you keep saying there's zero convictions, but I found something that's going to rock your world. And I'm not talking about the song Michael Jackson made, all right? So that's the second H. And then the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Good morning, brother Otaki. All right. Now, full disclosure, I got to be 110% transparent with all of you out here on TikTok about what this live is about. Good morning, brother Evan. This live, ladies and gentlemen, is all about truth. I don't want to debate people. I go listen to other lives where people are debating. That's cute. Debating is fun. I just don't have any tolerance for it because people's emotions. People can't handle the truth. I figured this out. It doesn't matter what side of the aisle they're on. They struggle with the truth, especially when you start talking about accountability. It's one thing to say something is true, but it's another thing to take accountability for your conduct. And I found on this app, there's a lot of people out here that have a hard time taking accountability for their conduct, right? So that's why I don't debate. What I do, ladies and gentlemen, is I bring this heavy hammer of truth down. All right. All right, and what we do is we hold our friends on the right accountable. Good morning, the beautiful toy. Nice to see you. We hold our friends on the right, especially their leader, Donald John Trump, accountable for his dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds. All right. And that's what we do over here. I don't want to hear about President Biden at all, you Trump supporters. Yeah, you can say I'm in my feelings this morning, but that's all right. Because look at the damage that you've done to this country. And like I said, I do these lives because, I'm giving MAGA an opportunity to come clean and confess their sins, seek forgiveness and repentance. But it starts with them taking accountability for their crimes, right? And what I mean by that is, MAGA, listen up. If you feel the spirit today, my box is always open so that you could come in the box and apologize. All right. Good morning. All right. This live is about making sure MAGA Snuggles. This invitation is for you too, Snuggles. HVAC Bushmaster, Janae, if Janae is here. All right. All of you have a standing. My door is always open. You're more than welcome to come in the box, repent and apologize in the kingdom, because that is exactly what America needs, right? You don't want a civil war on your hands, right? And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, for the Trump supporters that are still here, listen, if you do not like this level of truth, please do us all a huge favor and leave. All right, leave this live right now. Okay, go hang out in those lives where they spill lies and misinformation. And there's a ringleader. His name is Snuggles. You can go hang out in a Snuggles live where all your lies and conspiracies are welcome. All right, but listen, you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
And they do.
if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. You can leave, Trump supporters. There's a standing offer. 7 Trump supporters get a free trip to Russia. Just raise your hand if you would like a free trip to Russia. We will help you get there. No one's forcing you Trump supporters to stay here. Not one single American is. So get your bags, pack your stuff, and leave. Seriously. All right. Now, people think that I'm mean to MAGA. I'm not mean to MAGA, but I used to be a lot kinder. I used to be a lot kinder to Trump supporters. I really did. Right? Is my good friend Angela there? Miss Boss Diva, thank you. My good friend Angela likes to remind me we can't be kind to Trump supporters anymore. We really can't be because the gloves are off. Right?
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago.
I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. I was very kind to him, but now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
The jar has been open, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So listen up, Trump supporters. Let's get into today's topics. All right. All right. You've had your warning, and now it's time to get into today's topics before I open up the boxes and have honest conversations from those of you who are brave enough to deal with the truth. All right. So let's start here, ladies and gentlemen. Where do I want to start? Let's see. I want to start here. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Do I want to start here? Oh my God. I thought that was funny. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm going to hell. I know. Okay. All right. I want to start here, ladies and gentlemen. I do. What we have here is a good example of Republicans behaving badly. All right, and now I'm starting to really get it. When these Trump supporters they get out on TikTok and they say this country's going to hell. This is what they tell me. Oh, we can't afford gas. We can't afford eggs. We can't get jobs. They do all of these things, and you got to say to yourself, like, well, why are they saying that when we all saw what happened in Congress, right? With President Biden and his administration, right? President Biden passed the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package, all right? And this was to help increase investments in national networks, bridges, airports, public transportation, and so on. And so we know the money has been made available for these things, but now we find out this stuff is going on. Ron DeSantis refuses $350 million from Biden's climate fund to help Florida residents with their energy rebates. Shame. No wonder these people in Florida are out there and because they're living in a different world. They're not getting the help they need because their governor is stonewalling their support. Florida residents, listen up to Zeus. If you're suffering, look at your leadership. Look at Ron DeSantis. Okay, he is stopping God's blessings from getting to you. He's standing in the way of what you deserve, all because of his personal goals that he set for himself. Governor Ron DeSantis has refused up to $350 million. I mean, that's a lot of money in funding for Florida from Joe Biden's flagship climate legislation, prompting fury from lawmakers in his state. The move by Mr. DeSantis, who is seeking the presidency of 2024, could deal a significant blow to Mr. Biden's economic agenda. So he's doing this just to get at President Biden. The president's Inflation Reduction Act was passed by Congress in 2022 and includes $783 billion in tax credits and funding to incentivize green energy projects to tackle climate change. Florida was eligible for around $350 million in energy efficient initiatives under the legislation, which includes rebates that went directly to customers. This was supposed to go directly to you, citizens of Florida, residents of Florida. These rebates, this funding was supposed to go directly to you. Did you get it? No, you're not getting it. Why? And now we know why. Ron DeSantis. The state's Republican-controlled legislature requested and approved a grant for the program. So there were real Republicans out there that approved the funding. But guess what happened? It was vetoed by Ron DeSantis. Yeah. It gets worse. It would have allowed the state's residents to access $346 million to help cover the upfront cost of upgrading their homes, buying energy efficient appliances such as heat pumps, and lowering their energy costs. All right. He also turned down $3 million in funding to help fight state pollution and programs, which would have paid to help low-income residents access solar panels. Wow. So one person said it feels like we have been pickpocketed by Ron DeSantis, who is elevating his political interests over the people's interest. Ladies and gentlemen, let's let's all join hands together and give Ron DeSantis what he deserves. His daily portion of booze and shame. Get him out of here. Ron, you stink. Get him out of here, right? So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, MAGA. I get why you're crying right now. The first thing I'm going to start asking you, Trump supporters, when you're crying about things, have you talked to your governor, right? Have you talked to your local leaders, right? Your state leaders, your local leaders, have you talked to them? Because it seems like Biden's doing all he can to help you, but those folks, especially in those red states, they're doing everything they can to stop you from getting that blessing. And it's quite sad. I mean, especially when these folks call themselves Christians, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's move on to our next topic. All right. I'm still on time, I think. I think I'm still on time. Uh all right. This one definitely is quite interesting. The day of the Kraken, all right? Sidney Powell breaks with Trump and seeks to go her own way, all right? So I got all of these people, especially I went to their lives yesterday and they said, oh, Fonnie Willis has a weak case, right? They tell you Fonnie Willis has a weak case. They said, Alvin, every case Donald Trump has, they say it's a weak case, right? But yet and still, there's 4 indictments, 91 felony charges, and we now have that mugshot, right? We have the mugshot. The motion, two lawyers who once worked for President Trump, Kenneth Chesebro and Sidney Powell, have chosen to sever their cases, all right? They want to cut their cases off from their client, Donald Trump, all right, as tension escalates amongst them in terms of how to proceed with the situation they got going on in Georgia, okay? And in Georgia, you know who I'm referring to. Let me tell you who I'm referring to, all right? I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023. Yeah. See, that voice right there, that's the voice of God. Scares the heck out of these Trump supporters. It got these folks now. They're splitting right now. There was 19. They came in there, a gang of 19 people. And you know what I'm going to call them? A gang of thugs, Trump supporters, all right? They all had, you know how Tupac had Thug Life on their chest? They had MAGA all over their chest, all right? They were willing to go to the ends of the earth for Donald Trump up until they heard the voice of God through Fonnie Willis, right? So now that jail time is clearly on the menu, all right? They know that Fonnie Willis has no conscience about putting these folks in jail. Now they're scared, all right? So let's talk about 2 of these folks that are scared, Sidney Powell and Kenneth Chesebro. This is what Mrs. Powell goes on to say. She's now telling a different story. Yeah, she says, quote, I appeared in no courtroom hearings for Mr. Trump. I've had no contact with most of the other co-conspirators, and I rarely agreed to know or speak with Rudy Giuliani. This is what she says. She argues that she's been what they call miscast, right? Is that a Hollywood thing? She's been miscast. Her motion notes that she has been practicing law for 45 years in the highest traditions of the bar, having distinguished herself at every turn. She was once one of the youngest assistant United States attorneys in the country. This is what she's saying.
Okay. She adds that she represented General Flynn, Mike Flynn, the one that Trump had to quote fire. All right, against charges completely concocted against him by a politicized FBI. Ms. Powell seeks a separate fate from not only Mr. Trump, but also her fellow attorney, Mr. Cheesebro. She writes, they have, quote, no connection, no communication, no relationship. She posits that it defies human nature to even imply that an adverse spillover effect would not occur if she is tried and televised, a Georgian practice with Mr. Cheesebro and others who could soon follow her search for a solo show. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this. Okay, now you got these characters all dividing themselves up. They're saying, you know what? I'll rather go have a one-on-one with Fonnie Willis than to play team ball with Fonnie Willis, okay? Because we think our odds of coming out victorious are a lot better if we each go in there one at a time and do what? And do what? You know what she's going to do, right? She's going to go in there and say exactly what she said. I had nothing to do with any of these people. I was in there on my own volition, and what I did was at the highest levels of integrity. This is what she's saying. And I had to say to myself, like, listen, Sydney, when you're in court and you're referring to Mike Flynn, that's not a good look. Mike Flynn has a lot of trouble. He's a nasty guy. So that's not a good look for you, Sydney, number one. Number two, if you have had such high moral integrity, then you should be able to explain very plainly why you went along with this plan versus why Mike Pence didn't go along with it, right? So I don't buy it, Sidney Powell. You were neck deep. All right, actually, you were head deep in all this MAGA nonsense, all right? And you still are, but I get it. You're just mad because Donald Trump won't pay your legal fees. I get it. You're mad Trump won't pay your legal fees. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me, all right, in giving Miss Sidney Powell and Miss Kenneth Cheesebro, all right, their daily dose of shame and booze. It's not going to work. Good morning. Yes, the Kraken is going to be released, all right, and run up against King Kong. You ever seen that movie where the Kraken was released against King Kong? It was quite a battle, and we all know who won that, right? We know Fonnie Willis is going to win. Listen, you got 19 co-conspirators. Listen, when it's all said and done, all of them are going to turn on Donald Trump, and they'll be grateful to get maybe a year or two in jail. Because if they continue to hold on to Donald Trump, like I've said about every Trump supporter, you are guaranteed jail if you support Donald Trump, all right? And if you don't get your soul right, hell will be your portion. All right? All right, now let's move on to some more. And by the way, I got some breaking news that I got to share with you, Snuggles. I hope you're still here. Let's move on to our next topic, and I'm right on time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm right on time. Okay, this one is called Viewers. Let me see if I got it. Here. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay, here it goes. Viewers ask for evidence. Yes, after Fox News anchor Sean Hannity reports on Joe Biden's alleged pseudonyms. Ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe this. Here we go.
Money laundering allegation scandal, and that is getting worse by the day. This week, in response of a FOIA request, the National Archives and Record Administration confirmed that it was in possession of nearly 5,400 documents, emails, other communications featuring one of Joe Biden's pseudonyms that he utilized to conduct official business as vice president. Now move over Pierre Delecto and Carlos Danger because there are 3 new pseudonyms in town. It is now believed that Joe Biden used the names Robert L. Peters, Robin Ware, and J.R.B. Ware to obscure his communications and And in the meantime, skirt records requests, including official White House emails about Ukraine, that were reportedly now sent to Hunter Biden. Just before his trip where he leveraged $1 billion. That's what we're hearing. Now, why on earth would Hunter, a private citizen, be included on official government emails about Ukraine? Now, could it possibly have something to do with Hunter's cushy job that paid him?
I'm just going to stop it right there, ladies and gentlemen. It sounds like I just entered a Snuggles Live just listening to Sean Hannity. I don't know who's worse. Who's worse, Sean Hannity or Snuggles, ladies and gentlemen? By a show of hands, can anyone tell me who's worse, Sean Hannity or Snuggles? All right. And people are now responding to Sean Hannity just like we should respond to Snuggles. All right. You know what they're saying on Twitter? You know what they're saying? Fox, put up 100% proof or shut up. What's so funny? What are some of the other responses? Okay. Uh-oh. What do they say? More, please, Fox News. Please do us all a huge favor. Tell the truth. But don't forget to mention all at once, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what Fox News is telling us. This is what they're saying. In other words, Trump supporters, you have to be able to now show evidence. All right? And by the way, yeah, pseudonyms. Let's not talk about President Biden's pseudonyms, all right? Let's not talk about his unless you want to talk about Donald Trump's, right? And we all know what Donald Trump's pseudonyms were, right? David Dennison, right? What was his name? What name was he using when he decided to cheat on his wife? With Stormy Daniels. Janae, are you there? Snuggles, are you there? What name did he use when he was cheating on his wife? All right. No answers, huh? All right. They don't want to talk about Donald Trump and all of his names. What name was Donald Trump using when he was hanging out with good old Vladimir Putin, huh? What name was he using when he was hanging out with, Kim Jong-un eating that chocolate cake, taking money from, the Bank of China? What name was he using when he was hanging out in North Korea with Kim Jong-un, sending those so-called love letters? Listen up, Trump supporters. At this point, it's very clear what you must do if you want anybody to at least take you seriously. You must show us the evidence. Okay. All right, now let's move on to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing great on time. We really are. All right, we're doing great on time. What is my next topic that I want to bring up? Oh yeah, I think I want to bring this up. He certainly helped Fonnie Willis. What? Mark Meadows' testimony reportedly shows Trump was at the center. I tried to tell you, Snuggles. I really did.
Meadows is saying is exactly what Fonnie Willis is trying to prove, that Trump was at the center of this entire criminal enterprise.
I knew it.
Joining me now is Timothy Hafey, former lead investigator for the House January 6th Select Committee. Katie Benner, MSNBC
Listen up, Trump supporters.
And Tristan Snell, former assistant.
No, this is MSNBC.
And the man who led the prosecution of Trump
Listen up.
Thank you all for being here. Timothy Hafey, I want to start with you first. Let's go backwards. Let's talk about Mark Meadows. Mark Meadows wants his case to be federalized.
Oh.
But it does seem that the more he talks to try to get that to happen, the more he hurts Trump. Is that how you see it?
I think the Daily Beast story, Joy, is exactly right. He essentially confirmed that President Trump was in control of all of his activities and, by extension, the activities of the other charged co-conspirators. That is exactly the theory that the district attorney will present, that this was a conspiracy with a hierarchy, and at the very head of the hierarchy was President Trump. Now, Meadows thinks that...
You hear that? You hear that, MAGA? So, listen, you got Sidney Powell, Kenneth Cheesebro. They're down there. It was Trump. It was Trump. You got Mark Meadows trying to get his case Moved to a federal court, and he's going, psst, 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 it was Trump. Psst, 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 it was Trump. Trump supporters, do you see where this is going? It's no mystery why Donald Trump is facing over 700 years of jail time. And as a matter of fact, they ought to do him like they used to do the folks back in the olden days, in the medieval days. They need to give him as many life sentences as they can. Why not get 1,000? We need to give Trump over 1,000 years in jail, all right? Dig him up out of the grave and sentence him again, all right? That's how this works. Because guess what? Out of all 19 of these or 18 co-defendants, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if all 18 of them go into court and say, Donald John Trump is the reason we did this all. We wouldn't have done this if Donald Trump didn't tell us to do. You want evidence? Emails? You want emails? Here. You want evidence? You want phone calls and text messages? Here. You know they already got it. But these folks are going to start cooperating. They're going to cooperate at the highest level possible. They're going to do all they can to save their rear end. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Mark Meadows, all right, and company their daily dose of booze and shame. What a shame. You should have listened to me when I told you. I've been telling you Trump supporters this whole time. Donald Trump was no good, but you didn't listen to me. All right, let's move on to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is one for the history books, ladies and gentlemen. This is one for the history books. Okay. Feds warn Donald Trump about excessive campaign donations, ladies and gentlemen. And this one gets quite interesting, all right? From donations to 9 cents to $3,300, the Federal Election Commission has again flagged hundreds of apparently excessive contributions from MAGA Nation to a former President Donald Trump's 2024 campaign. In a letter, this letter was like 30 pages, by the way. They flagged 27 donors with excessive campaign contributions. All right, they flagged 27 donors with excessive campaign contributions for President Trump's 2024 Inc. campaign. All right. By law, individual donors may donate up to $3,300 to a political candidate per election. These are the rules. All right. But this is what they're saying, but many of the Trump flagged by the FEC seem to have a Trump donation addiction. These folks, they say, are addicted to donating to Donald Trump. You won't believe this. For example, a man identified in federal records as John Duras made a dozen small donor donations to Trump's campaign on a single day. By the way, if I looked into it, I think this person, John, this might be Snuggles. So Snuggles, listen to me. If you don't have any money for eggs, all right, Snuggles, listen to me. If you don't have enough money for gas, your utility bill is sky high, Snuggles, do us all a favor. Stop donating to Donald Trump. I know you're addicted to it. You can't help yourself. There's nothing like waking up in the morning, eating your breakfast and going into your bank account and wiring Donald Trump. I know it feels good, but you're addicted, Snuggles. All right, cut it out. All right. Coupled with other contributors, Duras eventually exceeded the federal contribution threshold. So, Snuggles, I know you've donated over $3,300 to Donald Trump. And yes, that's a huge, huge blow to your wallet, especially. I know your business has gone up 20%, because Biden's now president, but you can't take the profits and give it to Donald Trump. All right. That's bad for business. All right. You're getting a terrible return on your investment. All right. Accepting some level of excessive contributions and having the FEC call them into question is not unusual for a big dollar presidential campaign, be it Democrat or Republican. But this is not the first time Trump's campaign has gotten a warning from the FEC for contribution overages. All right. For instance, last month, the campaign received a letter about hundreds of excessive contributions, with one donor making 361 separate contributions to the campaign. I know who this one is. I know who this one is. Now this, Janae, if you're there, Janae, okay, please stop sending Donald Trump money like this. You made 361 donations, Janae, and I know you got the money because you came into my live the other day and you said, Zeus, I'm super rich, I'm wealthy. So Janae and Snuggles, if you're going to do this on TikTok, if you're going to donate to Donald Trump, and I know you're doing it, all right, because I got the evidence right here. If you're going to do that, please stop crying and saying you're broke, because I don't buy it. All right. I know who they are. All right, you're donating way too much money. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen. One of my favorite sections to do, I'm going to open up the boxes. Angela, you know what time it is. All right. One of my favorite things to do on TikTok. This is my greatest joy. This is truly what I live to do. One of my favorite things to do, ladies and gentlemen, on TikTok is this. Let's start here. I like to highlight the January Sixers and what they're currently dealing with right now. Because, leave it to Trump supporters. They will tell you it was a peaceful protest, right? They'll tell you it was a peaceful protest, right?
Now it is up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy.
Right.
And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. Mm-hmm. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol.
Oh. We're going to walk to the Capitol.
And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women.
Right.
And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for
who?
Some of them.
For Mike Pence? I get it.
Because you'll never take back our country with weakness.
Oh.
You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
Wow, you hear that? That was Donald Trump encouraging violence on January 6th, and his supporters egging it on, being very happy and celebratory, all right? And I want to make sure I tell this story, because this story makes me quite relieved to tell it. An Oath Keeper member convicted earlier this year in connection with the January 6th attack on the Capitol broke with her spouse during sentencing on Wednesday. So I want you to understand this. You have a husband and a wife who went to January 6th together. And the wife, now that the pressure is on, right? Now that the weight of the world is on her shoulders, real jail time is on the menu. She's now breaking with her husband in the courtroom. All right? It's cold. The lights are dim. Listen up, MAGA. Connie Meggs, 60, of Dunellen, Florida, was among 6 members of the Oath Keepers found guilty in March of conspiring to obstruct an official proceeding, among other charges. Her husband, Kelly Meggs, 54, of Dunellen, Florida, was convicted along with the group's founder, Stuart Rhodes, of what? Seditious conspiracy. Meggs was sentenced to 12 large ones, 12 years in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. All right. Connie Meggs said during Wednesday's proceeding, this was yesterday, that her husband had concealed his history of violent rhetoric from her and that he chose the Oath Keepers over his family. Wow. You hear that, MAGA? She's saying this about her husband in the courtroom as her and him are both about to get sentenced. She didn't know he had a lot of evil and hate in his heart until it all came out. He hid it from her. All right, I know. This is hard to believe. Remarkable moments at the Oath Keeper, Connie Meggs sentencing. This is what they said. Through sobs, she was crying. This is what they said. Through sobs, she forcefully broke with her husband, Kelly Meggs, in jail for a seditious conspiracy, saying he concealed his violent rhetoric from her. Again, he chose the Oath Keepers over his family. She goes on to say, I'm so angry at my husband for doing this to me. Her son and grandchildren were in the gallery, and they were also sobbing. I'm talking waterfalls coming out of their eyes. Yeah, 12 years will do that. Megs, this is what she said to about her husband. I was trusting my husband to keep us safe. This is what the wife is now saying. I was trusting my husband to keep us safe. He put his whole family in harm's way. He has put me through so much hell. And that's a good way for this story to end. When I get on TikTok and I tell you Trump supporters that jail is definitely in your future and it's definitely going to happen for you, I mean that. You will go to jail for following Donald Trump. I mean that with all of my existence, because that's what Donald Trump requires. And I also said, if you don't get your soul right, you will end up in hell. I've said that. I have said that. And you didn't believe me. But listen, now you have this woman right here confirming those very things. And this is happening all across MAGA. Not only is she going to jail, but listen to what she said. He put his whole family in harm's way, and he has put me through what? So much hell. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending off these seditionist traitors, January 6ers. Yeah, get them out of here, right? Get them out of here. Yeah, you can hate me all you want, but I'm not lying to you. And it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. It gets worse. I'm getting a triple. I'm getting, what do they call a double today? Oh yeah, I got another January 6th story. I hope this wakes, I hope this wakes one of you knuckleheads up, all right? So in addition to that story where a woman is crying about her husband, all right? He set her up for failure, drug her whole family through hell. We got another January 6th story to get through. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Proud Boys, Joe Biggs faces decades in prison in January 6th seditious conspiracy case. Oh, yeah. Yeah. A Proud Boy leader convicted of seditious conspiracy, who the government says served as an instigator and leader during the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol, could face decades in federal prison at his sentencing today. He's getting sentenced today. The government wants Joe Biggs, and look at his qualifications, an Army veteran who sustained a head injury in Iraq and then served as a correspondent for the conspiracy website InfoWars, to serve 33 long years in federal prison. That's 15 years longer than the longest sentence in the January 6th case to date. All right? Federal prosecutors say Biggs was, quote, a vocal leader and influential proponent of the group's shift towards political violence. Yeah, I bet you he was out here on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, saying all kinds of evil things, making all kinds of nasty threats, leaving a nasty trail of evidence for federal prosecutors to follow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. All right. Biggs was convicted in May of what? Seditious conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction of an official proceeding, conspiracy to use force, intimidation, or threats to prevent officers of the United States from discharging their duties, interference with law enforcement during civil disorder, and deconstruction of government property. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to once again join me in sending this seditious, traitorous, conspiracy theory promoting thug supporter, Donald Trump. to jail or sending him to prison. Let's send him off to prison the old-fashioned way. Get him out of here. Get him out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Jail or hell. That's what's on the menu for you Trump supporters. All right? And this is something I'm going to continue to say until you open up your minds and stop playing around out here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to open up those boxes. But I do want to address one thing, though. Snuggles, if you're there, I want to remind you. It says Trump org was fined $1.6 million after conviction for 17 felonies. So Snuggles, I got you, and I need my stakes. All right, you keep saying 0 convictions, but as far as I'm concerned, we got 17 large ones right there, Snuggles. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, when you see Snuggles running around here saying 0 convictions, please remind him that as of today, we have at least 17. And we know Alan Weisberg went to prison behind this, all right? So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this does not apply to President Biden. As far as I'm concerned, I have no proof that there are any convictions, any indictments, any charges against President Biden. So, Snuggles, please cut the crap and get Zeus those stakes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna open up the boxes. I'm so sorry I went over my limit this morning, but I had to do it this morning because you know what it is. You know exactly what it is. It's very important we get this truth out here so that these Trump supporters can no longer hide behind their lies. All right. All right. Bringing up my first guest. All right, Red Crest.
Hey,
How
buddy.
you doing this morning?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Just another day in the kingdom.
I hear you. I hear you. You hear me? Do you hear me okay?
Yes, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. You
Mm,
got that good baritone? Yep. You're
mm.
doing
That
good.
was
You're doing good.
all right. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, I am so excited. October 23rd is coming around,
Mm.
for
What does
that.
that mean for you? I know what they're doing on that day, but what does it mean for you,
Oh,
Brother
it
Red?
it means a accumulation of 19 felonious, crooked, despicable anti-Americans
Wow, that's
are
what you
coming
call
to
them?
justice.
You call them despicable, Red? I'm gonna have
Yes.
to take that from you. They're
Okay.
coming to justice. All right, thank you. Yeah.
Oh,
You
you're
know,
welcome.
do do you think these people are going to go in there and prop up Trump and say Trump was right, or do you think they're going to throw him under the bus?
I think Mr. Trump's going to be. It's going to look like a Saturday night dirt track, dummy. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
because that's what he's done all of his life: throw people under
Mm,
the bus. And
mm.
so I think they're going to do it to him, unless he runs off.
Wait,
Unless
wait, wait,
he
wait,
flee.
wait, wait. You think he might flee the country?
I think he might.
I wouldn't be surprised. I
Yeah.
really wouldn't.
I mean,
You think
they.
you think jail scares him? He seems so tough. You see his pictures?
Oh, I
He has
know.
the six pack. He has a six pack. His chest is protruding. He's
I tell you
what is
what.
he, 6'3", 215? He's structured. You think he's
Yeah,
scared of jail?
yeah, 6'3", 215 in
Yeah,
my
structured. He
dreams.
looks
Yeah.
perpendicular when you turn him sideways. He looks real perpendicular out here.
Well, that Rambo outfit, they put him in that Rambo outfit.
Mm,
he could have replaced Sylvester in that movie.
man,
He really could have.
man.
He's a tremendous physical physique. You know,
Right,
and
right. So
smart, so smart. Oh,
he's probably
you
one of
know,
the smartest criminals we've ever seen. Hey, listen, did you hear my joke? You know how you have that joke about the chicken, right?
oh yeah, go ahead.
Did you hear my joke?
No,
Oh, before you go, let me tell you my joke, and I tell it to my friends on the right all the time. What do you call a criminal that doesn't get caught?
Lucky.
Okay. Or as some like to say, innocent, right? Innocent.
Innocent. Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah, yeah,
true.
yeah. Or President Biden. Now, what do you
Yeah.
call a criminal that keeps getting caught?
Trump. Oh,
Yes.
now do you know why? Do you know why the MAGAs crossed the road?
Why? That's a good one. I never heard this
Because they're stuck up Trumps.
Hey, keep it clean.
I did. I
You
kept it
did, you
clean.
did, but I got it. I don't even want that visual in my
Oh, I
head.
know, I know,
You
I
know.
know. But anyway, like I said, Jack Smith and Fannie Willis are going to make America great.
Yeah. Aren't they already doing that, if you ask
They
me?
are. They
Yeah.
are. They
Yeah.
are restoring. They're restoring our faith
All right. Well,
in the
listen.
system. Well, that
Well,
was
I
my
agree.
bell.
That was your bell, and we got to move it on. These folks are going to get so upset with me. You know, they beat me up when people go over the time limit.
Oh, I understand. I
And
understand.
you and
Anyway,
you did too one time, okay? So I get it. Y'all want to hear from everybody, and I do try my best before I get out of here. All right,
I know.
ladies
Hey,
and gentlemen, please
appreciate
follow
it.
Brother Red. Red, when do you go live again? What time?
11 p.m. tonight, Central
All right.
Time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please follow
Later.
Brother Red. All right, great political conversation. Let's give him a round of applause.
Appreciate that.
All right. Let me go ahead
Let me
and
get out of here. Let me get.
I got you. I got you. Don't even worry. All right, let's bring up our next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new guest, Texas Rich. Greetings. Welcome to the show.
Oh, hello. I don't even know
Hello.
how I got up here. This is Shay. I didn't know it
Oh,
was on this account. Okay.
oh, okay. Good morning, Shay.
Good morning. It's so weird that I was able to get on because this account only has like 500 people. But yeah, this is my account. Hold on, let me come back as the other one. I'll be back.
Okay, yeah. Technical difficulties, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see who we got next. Renaissance Revolution. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
How's it going?
I'm doing all right. And you?
I'm fantastic.
Okay, this is our first time doing business, I assume, right?
It isn't, but I'll go through the motions.
Wait a second. So you've been in here before. What was so
Yeah,
this is
let me
your
just get my face up real quick. How's it going, brother?
Oh, Dionysius. Welcome,
Yeah.
Dionysius. You came in
Hey,
under a different account. All right, what do you got for me, champ? I tell you, you
so
folks are getting real
how
clever.
about those Roger Stone tapes, huh? You guys
Talk
remember when
about
I
it.
came in here and
I
I told
remember.
you just wait till Roger Stone comes out?
I do.
Oh
What
man.
do you
Okay,
have in
Trump.
terms of updates?
So Trump supporters, if Roger Stone is saying what he's saying about the man,
Hmm.
and you notice he says Jared Kushner needs to be prosecuted too.
Yes.
Why? Where do you think those Saudi war plans or those Iran war plans went? They went to the Saudis, who have been trying to invade Iran for decades, but they have not had a
I knew it.
cohesive plan, right?
Yeah.
Those things, all of a sudden, Saudi, their whole parliamentary voted against giving him $2 billion, right? But then the
Right.
prince, Jared's best buddy, who he's had multiple private meetings with that were not recorded, right? All of a
Yeah.
sudden comes in and vetoes his whole parliament and awards 2.8 billion, not just 2 billion like he asked for, but gave him an extra 0.5 billion more.
A
Like,
slush
so
fund of crime.
yeah, it's you don't have to be a genius to figure out the comprehension of this criminal structure and organization and the plans and things they have implemented. Does not take a rocket science. It doesn't even take somebody who graduated. Like street criminals are even saying, like, "Oh man, yo, is this dude really that dumb? Like, is this really like Roger Stone himself is like, yeah, this guy's a POS. He's got to go. He's the worst mistake of America. Roger Stone is one of the biggest Like he was Nixon's buddy back in the day when he had the Watergate, and so was Bill Barr. Like you guys
Nope.
don't even know how deep this goes. So
Tell
just
him.
stop supporting that type of party. They don't have your best interest at heart, no matter what color you are. Like they kick children back into the Rio Grande after they just swam through a river in barbed wire barrels and pregnant women. All right, and the guy is a self-proclaimed rapist. Like he says it himself. It's okay to go and violate women's personal space and calls it locker room talk. I'm sorry, but if you're a man, I don't care what you identify as. If you heard that in a locker room and you don't smack where it's coming from, you're not a man and you should not have children or be a husband or anything. All right?
Facts.
You should not be able to reproduce. And it's getting that ridiculous now. Like it's to the point where people have to protect themselves from people who don't know how to respect the Second Amendment. All right? Like we need proper human beings to respect and honor the Second Amendment.
Proper.
Everybody in this chat, if you are a proper human being who sees other human beings as human beings, please respect and honor our Second Amendment, because we need people like you.
Thank
all right?
you.
And that's all I got to say today. I like how you set up your lives, how you don't tolerate ignorance, how you don't allow people in this platform to speak stuff that just doesn't make sense. Never mind that isn't factual. But have a good day, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Dionysius a round of applause. You're darn right. Liars shall not tarry in the presence of Zeus. I don't want nobody up in here ruining my day, all right? It's very important that I hear things that are actual and factual, okay? Period. And if it's something that I haven't heard, I might listen to it. But once I find out you're lying to me, it's over. And I've ran into a lot of liars on this app, a lot of nasty liars. And you know what I say when I hear them starting to lie? You know what I say?
He's deranged.
They're deranged. All right, ladies. Okay, Shay, you are back. Welcome back. All right.
Oops. Hi, how are you, man?
Oh, yeah. You overplayed your hand, huh?
Yeah, well, there you go. Just change the name again.
Clean up on aisle 6, right? Clean up on aisle 6.
Right? Oh, well, That's all good. It's all good. Yeah, so lots of fun things going on. It's interesting watching the MAGA meltdowns. I mean, they are definitely doubling down on their ignorance and support of this man. But not all are. I am starting to see in some lives where they're saying they're going Vivek, or they're going, different things. And so there's quite a few now that are saying I'm not supporting him. So
really good. That means our messaging is working and it's spreading, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, and it's also attrition. After a while, when you have his own people like Mark Meadows, who literally, we knew this was going to happen, he had to get on the witness stand and explain to the judge, in order to move it to federal court, how he acted in his capacity as chief of staff to the president of the United States and interfering in the election in Georgia. And he basically put it all on Trump.
Wow.
Under the authority of Trump, under the behest of Trump. So this is what's going to happen. These people are going to start flipping. They're going to stop flopping. It's not good. It's not looking good. And I was listening to our Jimmy, Snuggles. Yeah. And I'm worried about him because he's sounding very panicked. Like he's not deranged. Sounding good. If he's somebody he's getting deranged, and I am worried about it. He's got health problems going on, which I wish him nothing but the best and recovery, of course. But it's not good when you sit here and think that if Joe Biden wins again, that it's just going to get worse and worse because he's not able to see all the goodness that's happened, right?
No.
He's not, but he's so into conspiracy theories that he's not able to understand this stuff. And he's panicking because he had a couple of people get his box and say he's going to be convicted. He's going to be convicted and removed from the ballot. And you should have seen him. Like,
I bet you Snuggles had that look on his face like, you
yeah.
just ruined my day, Shay. You know that look he gives us, right?
Yeah. Well, what's so funny is he's going off of one constitutional lawyer who basically thinks that that somehow Trump has got immunity, right? Which I think he didn't listen to all of what the constitutional lawyer had to say. But I find it funny how he nitpicks what constitutional lawyers he listens to.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole bunch that have said this guy is done. Like,
Mm,
there's
mm.
so many things. Listen, he has certain protection as the executive branch, but not when it comes to messing with the Constitution. That is in the
No.
Constitution. Hello, Amendment 14. They cannot go outside the
Shay.
duties of their office. They cannot go against the Constitution, interfere with elections, and things like that. That is
Right.
against his oath of office, number one. So yeah, it's not that. But anyway, I will get going, but I'm seeing a lot of interesting turn of events. So anyway,
All right.
everybody
All
have a
right.
fantastic day. Thanks for having me.
All
Juicy,
right.
juicy. All right.
Yeah, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Shay, right?
Yes, thank you. Bye, everybody. Everybody have a wonderful day.
No lies detected. Thank you so much. No lies detected. It's always a pleasure, when Shay comes in here and just keeps that truth level right where it's at. It was at 100%, but when these panelists get in here, it goes up to 110%. No lies detected. All right. I don't want to be hanging out with liars. It's like hanging out with sheep. I can't hang out with sheep. All right. I'm too. I'm an apex predator type of person. All right. I need to be at the top of the food chain. I can't be hanging out with you, MAGA sheep. You seditious, treasonous, conspiracy theory promoting individuals. There's just absolutely no way I could be a sheep. The sheep are the ones that are the co-defendants with Donald Trump. I mean, seriously, you mean to tell me not one of you Trump supporters, when this plan was being unleashed on the January 6th thing and the stealing of not one of you thought to yourselves, this is stupid. There's no way I'm going to do this. Now, one of you said that. You all just went, I'm listening to the president. I'm going to do it. I could have told you. Mike, look at what Mike Pence did. They tried to reel him in. He even had to wake up like, listen, wait a second. Now, listen, I'm a God-fearing man. And I'm glad that we got Trump here to, pack the Supreme Court with these conservative judges. Listen, I love you, but Donald Trump, that's just a bridge too far. I'm not going to jail for you. Even Mike Pence, in all of his sick and twisted ways, realized that Donald Trump was breaking the law. You Trump supporters, listen, I'm very disappointed in you, especially for those of you who like to say you're intelligent. You're far from intelligent, if you ask me. You really are. All right, let's bring up our next panelist, the beautiful Suzanne. Oh, Snuggles. I can't wait till your show, Snuggles. I know what you're going to do. You're going to tell lies about everything I said. All right, good morning, Suzanne. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm doing just great,
Listening, you're spreading facts and truths and
Thank
doing the
you.
good work of the people. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I came on kind of well, at what point do we just like say, let MAGA just sink? I'm done. You sit here, show them facts, proof, and they just keeps going on and on
Right.
and on. And it's just, and Struggles is really struggling, and I feel bad for him because I think somewhere in there he doesn't believe his BS, but I think
He doesn't.
he does it for likes and anyway. I wanted to ask you something real quick, and everybody out here, have you heard what happened to April last night?
Oh, I did.
Okay. Yeah, I dug into that a little bit, and I saw Attacking put a video up that Rudy, moderate Democrat, had put up. I encourage everybody to go look at that and try and help April out, because that creator has done a lot of damage to, I guess, other big creators like Good Trouble, Can't Go Live Anymore, and some others. So I feel really bad for April. So people out there, if you could go look at Moderate Democrat's video about what happened to April last night, do whatever you can to help her. It would be greatly appreciated.
All right. And
But
do you want to provide any, meat on the bone a little bit for those who are interested?
to
You
tell them
know,
what
and,
happened.
and, and yeah, and I thank you for, doing what Zeus has to be very cautious about doing. All right, keep up. Now, can you please provide some context so that those who are interested can know?
About what happened to April.
Yes.
Apparently, this creator, his name is um, Shane Morris. I thought he was always kind of a cool guy, but
Mm-hmm.
he got upset with her because she took him out of let him go, got him out of the live. I wasn't in the live, but and then he sent her a bunch of nasty DMs basically saying that he has a lot of power and he could buy bots and get her shut down just like he got good
Mm,
trouble shut down, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, it's kind of scary and he's kind of cocky about it. And
mm,
I think he needs to be shut down, maybe. And
yeah.
TikTok needs to deal with that because April has worked really hard to build her content and her page. And I don't think that's right. So everybody, please try and help her out if you can. And they posted also on the videos attacking did and Rudy the DMs that he sent her, and it was
Mm,
not cool. So
mm.
please go in there and try and help April. Email, TikTok, anything you guys can do would be greatly appreciated. So,
All right.
but
Oh,
anyway, what else I wanted to ask you something, and I just lost my. Ah, it's okay. I'll let you
yeah.
have. So I don't want to interrupt, but hey, I say go Biden Harris 2024, and
Okay.
let's wait and watch Trump go to jail.
All right. All right. Well, listen, Suzanne, thank you so much for your AM contribution. I totally appreciate it. All
It
right.
was good. It was good seeing you. You guys have a good day.
All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Suzanne a round of applause. A lot going on out here in these TikTok streets. All right. It really is.
Oh,
All
for some
right. It's a
reason,
lot.
Zeus, I can't drop. I don't know why it won't let me. I got on fine, but it won't let me.
All right. I got you. Don't worry.
All
Don't
right.
worry.
I'm sorry. I know how to do it, but
All right, all right. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot going on in these TikTok streets. Listen up. I'm going to need everybody out there on TikTok to behave, all right? Please, everyone, behave and keep it clean on this app. I did see what I saw and I was very concerned about what I saw, but Zeus has to walk a tightrope. All right, let's bring up our next panelist. It's going to get a little rocky in here. Good morning, Snuggles. Welcome. I got to talk to
You
you now
doing?
because
Hello.
you're a
Yes.
subscriber now. You get perks when you're a subscriber. So what do you got for us this morning?
Yes, absolutely. Works great when I use the cut it out and then the Zeus pictures. It's great.
Mm, mm. Yeah, but you're using them wrong. You're using them wrong. I'm just being. Do you, Snuggles? I
Yes.
do have a question. A lot of
Yes.
people they say you're a nice guy. Don't you agree? You're a nice guy.
Man, I am 100% nice. I mean,
Do you?
just,
Do you?
we
Do you
can't control our fans though.
We can't, right? Do you
Right.
think that there's some truth to what people are saying, or do you think it's kind of one of these things where it's just like, like Trump says, all this hate for one man?
Right.
You think
Right.
that's what's going on TikTok with you?
I think it's the opposite. I think all this love for one man, Biden, who's really not quite there mentally. I mean, that's where it's all coming from. This man is our current president. There's a lot of crime going on currently with
Let
this
him
president of
talk,
the United
please.
States.
Let
I
Snuggles
mean,
talk. Okay.
and you're not paying attention to it. It's quite scary that the Democrats don't realize that their own president's committing crimes. It's unbelievable. I think
So,
that's the problem.
okay. So, can I ask
Yeah.
you, do you
Yes.
if Biden is committing crimes, do you think Trump is committing crimes? Because I
We
agree
we
with you. I think it
we
is.
all
I
see
think
it. I mean, you guys put him on the stand. You're putting him in. You guys got him in indictments.
everyone, listen,
You know.
everyone. I know Snuggles is lying. You don't gotta tell me. I've been talking to this
Uh,
lunatic. I know
I'm
he's
I'm answering
deranged.
your
All right, you
questions
don't gotta tell me.
truthfully.
No, you're not. You're
Um,
not truthful. All right. So let me ask you: is it a crime to
yes.
pass a $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package?
Depends where the money's going. Do you know where the money's going? I mean, where is the infrastructure?
Well, I hear that there's some Republican governors that aren't
Name some
actually
places
allowing.
where the infrastructure was built.
Go to invest. What is it?
What?
Invest.
You're just mumbling. You don't even know
It's
where the
all over.
infrastructure money's going.
It's all over the United States, Snuggles. But
Okay. I think
you do
attacking
have,
won't even know where the infrastructure is
yeah,
going. I mean, that's how
invest.gov.
it goes.
And by the
Yeah.
way, I'm going to bring attacking up next, so
Okay,
you
well, whatever.
when,
It doesn't matter. Attacking's
wait.
information is from the news only. And the news is fake. So, that's how it goes. But let me just tell you this. There's two words I got to tell you. Zero convictions. And the other two words is presidential immunity. He was president at the times of all these indictments, just like
Mm,
Mark Meadows. And hey,
mm,
listen, Shay, I'm the happiest person. I'm not scared at all. This stuff,
mm,
you guys are going down.
mm.
Down. Come
Well,
to my live,
Snuggle.
guys. I got some real evidence for you. Come to my live, guys.
I
Join me.
know. Okay.
Attacking's invited to
So,
my live. I will do a one-on-one interview with him.
okay,
Attacking,
okay.
come on, bro.
Mm,
I think you're
mm.
scared though. It's
I,
okay.
I, Snuggles, I got to give it to you. You definitely have been
Yes.
100% deranged. Okay, I don't know. Is that a superpower that you have or something?
So
How do you stay?
100% deranged. How do
Yeah,
you
how do
find me
you?
to be deranged?
I don't know. I just think, where do you get your information from? Because every day
I
it's a
I
new
get my
conspiracy.
information from where you get your information from. I watch all your videos. I go to those sources. I put the same information out about Biden, but yet
Oh
I
God.
become deranged.
Is it
Why
I
if I'm using your sources, Mr. Talking
Snuggles, listen, we ran out of time. And you know what? I got
Democrats,
it.
get those knee pads ready?
Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. Let me clean the live ups. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was disgusting what I just had to deal with. I gotta spray some air freshener. I gotta spray some air. Anybody got any air freshener? Oh my God. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, you got, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's a waste of time. It really is sometimes to just argue with people, right? I just had to listen to like, what new conspiracies do you got today? It's the same conspiracy. He has no new conspiracy. It's the same. It's the same broken record. What? Zero convictions. He's innocent, and Biden's. Snuggles, get some new conspiracies. All right. I'm getting tired of listening to those. All right. Let's bring up attacking, who I know this shit is very upset. Attacking, I know you're upset that I bring Snuggles up. All right, I get it.
Oh, I'm not upset. I don't give a shit.
Okay, okay.
It's your
Oh,
broadcast. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I caught that. I caught that. Hold
Uh,
on, hold on. I got
let's
something
put
for
it.
you,
Okay,
attacking.
so
That.
Snuggles says that he's listening to lawyers talk about Trump. Well, I spliced Snuggles' face on the Federalist comment from Keith Overman in regards to the Federalists, the top guys saying that Donald Trump does not qualify to be running for president, and he laid it all out. So again, the Federalist, who everybody listens to, the top guys in the Federalist. Okay, now let's go with what Snuggle said yesterday in his broadcast. He
All of.
said Trump receives presidential immunity.
Oh, I've heard that.
Yes, well, the thing is, Snuggles doesn't read. So here it goes. Presidential immunity does not extend to unofficial conduct, criminal conduct, and conduct occurring prior to entering office. Okay? And there is additional information. I just wrote that down, and I spliced Snuggles' comment up against that. Also, Snuggles said that everybody, all the 18 people that are indicted, they're federal employees, that they also qualify for immunity. Well, I spliced the faces of the people that are in this indictment. Lawyers are not federal employees. Lynn Wood, Sidney Powell, Rudy Giuliani is not a federal employee. Walt Nadu is not a federal employee. Individual number 4, who is now going to be talking to to Jack Smith as a witness is not a federal employee. Learn who you're talking about when you say they're federal employees. They do not qualify for immunity. So, again, your facts are incorrect. You don't use any. And if you want to go one-on-one with me, you come to my broadcast. I'm not coming to yours.
He called you out. It's over. Tacky.
Come to my
Off the
broadcast. Hold
floor
on,
with
hold
him.
on. Because if you don't bring facts and documents,
Uh-oh.
I'm going to do what a Tony Lama boot is for. Kicking you in the rear. Also, oh my God.
Do you hear him? Do you hear him right now, Tacky? You can hear Snuggle screaming right now. You hear what he's saying?
Yeah. See, the thing is, Snuggles, my mods, if I tell them not to kick anybody out, they're not going to do that. Unlike your mods, they will kick people out. So that's the difference. You want to come talk to me, but also you need to bring facts. You need to bring documents, because I want you to turn your camera on other than your face. I want you to turn it on to documents. See, your face doesn't say proof. Your face says, I'm stealing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's eyebrow.
Oh, wow.
That's what your face says.
Dark attacking. This is dark attacking.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, and by the way, everybody go to my one of my 3 pages. I have it all. I have the video of what Susan said in regards to April. Go watch it. Spread it around. Shane was disgusting. How dare you attack a woman who just ended her life because she doesn't like turmoil? That's all it was. She doesn't like fighting on her broadcast. How dare you guys? Come on.
Yeah.
Attacking a woman on her broadcast because she kicked you out of the box? I mean, heck. All right, guys. Bring somebody else up. I'll drop.
All right. Dark
Thank you.
attacking, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give dark attacking a round of applause. No lies detected. Snuggles, he said, go to his live. All right. So let's get this. Let's quit these kid games, Snuggles and attacking. Go to each other's live and send Zeus an invite. I want to see the truth. All right. Let's bring up our next guest. Oh my gosh, we're cruising through these amazing panels. This is an interesting show. This show is definitely off the rails this morning, right? It's off the rails. Florida Great, welcome. How you doing,
What's
champ?
up, Zeus? I'm good, brother. How are you? How are
I'm
you?
all right. I'm all right. Just another day in the kingdom, saving souls. All right. There's some lost souls out there, and we're
It
saving
sure
them by
is.
telling the truth.
It sure is, brother. So it's just me and you. No one
Mm-hmm.
else can hear us, right?
No, nope.
So I've been trying to get up here for a few days. So I
Mm,
caught your Closet of Truth about Jan 6. So I figured it out.
mm.
Donald Trump is saving America.
Talk to us. Tell
So
us.
he's working with Nancy
Oh,
and the FBI on January 6th.
wait a
Blew my
second.
mind. Yeah.
Let's unpack that. Let's unpack
So he
this. Where
used
you take?
so he used to be a Democrat, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so I think MAGA was on to something, but it was going
Eh,
the wrong way.
but MAGA used to be Democrat too, right? Weren't they the Tea
Right.
Party? Okay, keep
Yeah.
going. This is getting
So
interesting.
yeah, man, I had to unpack it myself. So
Mm,
using MAGA logic, it all makes
mm.
sense. So Donald Trump is saving America one indictment at a time, each
Oh,
co-conspirator at a time. So
oh,
so
yeah.
he's
He's
draining the
bringing.
swamp.
Yeah, he's bringing the real criminals out to the forefront.
Yeah, he's the sacrificial lamb. So I guess he is
Oh,
doing this for us.
so this is all part of the plan.
Yeah, man, it's deep state.
Mm.
Yeah, brother, it's
If
deep,
it walks
man. It's
like a
deep.
duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
Yeah, you can't hook it up to a truck. That's for sure, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
So So yeah, MAGA, I'm with you there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
he's saving America. He's saving America, man. He's definitely
yeah.
saving America.
That's a
So
sweet.
yeah,
How did you
yeah,
come up
man.
with that? How did you come to that conclusion? Did you pray to the Lord and He revealed that to you? You know, because it sounds to me like flesh and blood did not reveal that to you.
No, no, no. So it's just me and you. So
Mm,
I was listening to your Closet of Truth after work.
mm, mm. And you
Couple
meditated on the
beers,
truth.
yeah, a couple beers and some devil lettuce, and it all made sense. It all made sense.
Oh
So, brother,
Lord!
so I just wanted to drop that on you, brother. You out there? You
Okay.
heard Cube? You heard Cube's new song about the president?
No, no, he made a new one. Is it good?
Oh man, it's beautiful. You should check it out, brother. Should
Okay,
check it out.
I check.
But
I'll check.
but I'll jump back in the box, man. I just want to drop that little truth I came up with you, man, and
Yeah, yeah.
appreciate you letting me in the
You.
kingdom.
All right, I appreciate. No problem, bro, and thank you for that.
Oh,
You know what I got to do though. We got to send it through the Snuggles live. All right, that revelation, and depending on how they receive that, we'll know whether or not. If they flat out reject it, you just might be on to something.
you're right.
All right, but
But
if they openly embrace it, we're in trouble.
of course. But one more thing, man. I like the Fatty Willis remix. But every time I see him in Georgia, I think of Ray Charles. So
Oh,
keep that in mind.
okay. All right, all
Georgia
right.
on my mind. All right,
You're right
brother.
about that. All right. What's the name of the Ice Cube song they're asking?
I think it's called Arrest the President.
Oh, that's the old one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
heard that one. I thought it was a new one. That's an old one.
Well, yeah, well, it's new because it's pertaining to today. It's like he was
Okay.
Mr. Cleo. It was like he was
Okay.
Mr. Cleo.
Oh,
Let's,
okay.
all right, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Fort a great a round of applause. All right, you see what we're doing. This show today, it feels a little different, doesn't it? It seems like a lot of things are off the rails besides this. Normally, I'm the only one off the rails, but it seems like everyone's off the rails today. Pastor, welcome. Nice to see you in the kingdom bright and early. All right, because I know what you do. Cooking that midnight oil where you're at, champ. All right, let's bring up our next guest, our next panelist. All right,
All
this show.
right, this show.
Oh, wait a
Oh,
second.
wait a second.
DJ, we got an
DJ, we
echo.
got an echo.
Come back, DJ. Come back. There was a nasty, nasty echo. All right. All right. Southern Delight, I see. Yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? It's off the rails. I'm off the rails, right? You heard conservative Lynn say Zeus. I don't know what's in Zeus' lives, but he's gone way off the rails, right? But I'm only off the rails because all of you are off the rails, all right? I'm not normally like this. I'm way more civilized. I'm a nice person at the end of the day. I don't do all of this in my real life. All right, let's try it again. DJ. All right. DJ, are you there? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Are you there?
here. I'm here.
Okay, no echo. All right. Welcome, bro. How are you doing this morning? Welcome
I'm
to the
doing
show.
beautiful, man. It's another wonderful day in the kingdom, my brother.
Amen. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. All right. So,
Oh,
what? How's life been treating you lately? All right, especially on this app.
oh, it's been pretty good, man. We going through the storm, going through, with the hurricane and everything. But
Oh, you
besides the
out there?
wind and
You're
stuff,
in Florida. You were in Florida.
no, I'm in North Carolina. I'm in
Oh,
Wilmington.
okay. Wilmington. Okay, so it's up there now. Got it.
Yeah, yeah,
Huh.
yeah. We're going through it right now, but it's not too bad.
Mm.
It blew down my gazebo outside, but hey, we'll buy
What?
another one.
Yeah, thanks to Bidenomics, you can go get another one. Easy.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely, brother.
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So today, it's all about the truth. Do you have any interesting truth you would like to share with those of us in the kingdom?
Oh yeah, man. I think we owe Donald Trump uh a ton of gratitude, man. A
Oh,
ton of
wow. This
gratitude.
show once again is about to go off the rails. Talk to us.
Man, we need to uh have it where, we need to say thank you for being the lab rat, because because Obama tried to tell Trump that America was already great,
Yeah.
and America allowed him to have all the power in the world.
Mm.
And he took that power and he abused it. And now
Mm.
America is going to show him that we don't play that.
Mm-mm.
You can't sexually assault women and get away with it.
Nope.
You can't have 91 felonies and get away with it.
Nope.
You can't cause an insurrection and get away with it.
Nope.
Can't call up governors and tell them to fine you 11,781 votes and get away with it.
No.
You cannot steal documents out of the White House and get away with it.
No.
You cannot take donations upon donations and get away with it.
Absolutely not.
America is showing you just how great we really are. So, Donald
Woo.
Trump, I want to say thank you for
Mm.
being our lab rat, because we
Mm.
are showing you that America is great. We're going to remain great and we're going to get even greater. So, thank
Amen.
you very much.
All right. All right. No lies detected.
And as far as the brother before me, I want to tell him that is one of the greatest and most comprehensive things I have ever heard.
Ah!
That Donald Trump
Oh my
is
God.
really a part of the big conspiracy to
Oh my.
expose the deep swamp, who the
Oh
deep swamp really is. And at
wow.
the end of the day, when he's standing up in court and he looks at the camera and
Uh-huh.
tell all of them and the Republicans, gotcha,
Oh
it's going to be in America.
wow.
And I'm going out and I'm going to buy 100 American flags
Oh.
and I'm going to stand on the corner and I'm going to give them away.
Wow. Wow, wow. Well, listen, DJ, I got to bring up our next guest, my brother, all right? But it was a
I hear you,
pleasure
man.
checking in with you. This show
Yes,
today,
sir.
ladies and gentlemen, is definitely different, all right? It's very different. DJ, thank you, my
Nothing but
brother.
the
I'm going to
truth.
It is the truth, but like I said, it's different because usually I'm off the rails. All right, it's usually Zeus is off the rails, but I'm concerned now that there's a little too much Zeus out there in the kingdom, and some of you may now be off the rails officially. All right, listen, y'all need to, but I can't dispute it. I can't dispute it. Listen, we may have to thank Donald Trump because they've never been able to connect the dots between Trump and Nancy Pelosi, right, on January 6th. But if you take the position that maybe Donald Trump is a double agent, all right, and he's working for the FBI and the DOJ to get all of these folks caught, makes sense to me. All right, let's bring up our next panelist, Brother Lynn. It's my fault you're off the rails? Absolutely not.
Hey, what's up,
Absolutely.
Zeus?
Good morning. How you doing, champ?
How you doing, Zeus?
I'm all right. How are you? Can you hear
Pretty
me?
good, pretty good. Hey, Zeus. Last night I was in at April's live last night,
Can
and
you
I
hear
sent
me?
her. I yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it sounds like
Can
you're
you hear me?
on but it sounds like you're on MAGA Wi-Fi, Lewis. What kind of Wi-Fi are
What's
you
on
on?
mine? I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
went off.
yeah. Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
I'm hearing MAGA Wi-Fi. It's a delay. It's a huge delay.
No, no. Okay. What about now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, let's try it.
All right. Last night I was in that April's live last night, and I sent her like several DMs telling her to get Shane out of that room.
Mm,
I mean, the guy pretty much took over her live. She let him take over her live for like about 30, 45 minutes. And He was just he was drunk. Number one, he was drunk. He was
Oh, he was
drinking while he
loaded.
was in, he was loaded. And, but he's
No
known for
excuse.
doing that. No excuse whatsoever. I don't know why people don't, why would you let someone be in your life drinking alcohol, knowing that they are losing it? You know what I'm saying? And she
Mm.
let that go too far. And so she had to kick him out. And
Mm-hmm.
when she had to kick him out.
Mm-hmm.
And one other thing I just want to mention to you is I'm tired of, I don't like talking about people that are not in the room when I'm in the room.
Mm-hmm.
One thing, but I don't want everybody to feel so sorry for April. April could have,
Yazzie.
yeah, she could have controlled that.
Mm.
Hey, Zeus,
What
why is everybody ignoring the elephant in the room?
what are you talking about?
Mitch McConnell.
Oh, oh, you mean the one that froze and his health is on the line?
Absolutely. I
Mm.
mean, he is done, man. I mean, it's time to go.
Mm. Yeah, I
I mean,
agree.
but nobody's saying nothing about it. The GOP is talking about that he's just didn't hear the answers when people were talking to him. He's
Mm-hmm.
having seizures. He's having brain seizures, and people need to know that. They
Yeah,
need to. You know how when a horse breaks his leg in a race, what they do?
right. What do? They put it down?
They put him down. I mean,
Mm.
somebody got to put him down.
Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me.
Well,
And on the right,
yeah.
we need to do the same thing with Diane. The reason why
Mm.
we're not saying anything in Washington is because we have the same thing on our side.
Mm.
Diane is in the same shape. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So,
Yeah, yeah. I think if people are too old, they really do need to sit it down and do the right thing. It's the most patriotic thing when you know your body isn't quite up to par, and you can't perform the duties of the role you've been, paid to do. Just go ahead and say, "Listen, I'm ready to give up my position and I need to do it before things get worse." That's just to me the right thing to do. Stop being so selfish, right? And no, it does not apply to President Biden. Cut it out.
I think President Biden does fall in that category, but there's cognitive tests they can give to geriatric people,
Mhm.
and Biden would pass a cognitive test. He would pass a
Mm.
test. I
Yeah.
mean, he's a little slower, yes, but he's 81. He's 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? So he
Mm.
would be a little slower, but he
Yeah.
still is in good control of his faculties and his brain.
Mm.
And that's
Yeah.
just the bottom line. There's some
Yeah.
guys in their 50s and 60s that's not all there too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
not a, it's
Yeah.
not a age it's not an age thing. Is all I'm saying. They need to get past that.
Yeah. They do. It's not an age thing in some cases, but when it clearly is, you gotta make that call. All right.
All
Well,
right,
listen.
Zeus. I heard my bell. I heard my bell there. Thanks for bringing me up, and you
All
have a
right.
great day. And keeping them honest, man.
All right. Will do. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Let's give Brother Lewis a round of applause. I need to, ladies and gentlemen, you know, check in about the whole thing that I am aware of between April and Shane, both individuals I'm aware of. Um, what I don't do is promote any kind of abuse on this platform, all right? And abuse isn't always physical. Like I've said millions of times, there's several different types of abuse, all right? And so to Shane, what I don't know the details, so I'm a little cautious about it, but from what I am aware of, it definitely is something that I cannot get behind. April, I see you're there. All right. I'm checking in with you because I want to make sure you're okay. But if you don't feel like, going into detail about what happened, I'm totally fine with that. My AM show is supposed to be about politics and entertainment and less about what's personally going on. All right.
Okay, so I'm always listening, even though I'm not
Mm-hmm.
always there. I may be busy, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm in here every morning. So
Absolutely.
I have no problem addressing this. So Lewis came up right before me and
Mm-hmm.
said he was obviously drinking. Lewis is telling a fib. I did not get one message from him. We're not close like that.
Mm.
And I had no idea he had been drinking. Did anyone see him drinking in the live? He always acts this way. So when he
Yep.
came and said, "Oh, nobody should feel sorry for poor April," yeah, no. I can post my whole life. I can make
No.
do it on YouTube.
Well, well,
But this is
okay.
just ridiculous. That was uncalled for what he did just because I don't like the drama, and I dropped them down. They would I hollered like 4 or 5 times for them to stop, and nobody
Yeah.
would listen to me, Zeus. So I had to drop them because I'm not about that yelling back and forth stuff.
Yeah, neither am I. And
So
I know everyone's going to have their opinion about it. Um, and so that's why when I was alerted to it, my main concern was really about your safety, April, because I'm more concerned about you, being safe and making sure you're mentally okay. You can't stop anybody on TikTok or anybody on the internet from being who they are, right? Um,
But
but I think
I had no idea he was like that, Zeus.
yeah,
I would
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
never let someone in to do that.
I know, and that's
And
why,
and that's what hurts. And now I've got to worry about my safety because he has a government job in cybersecurity. He works for the government. So
yeah,
I'm really worried about that. And
yeah.
and if it's true about Good Trouble and everything that he was the one that got him bamboozled, I don't know if it was just all talk, all hype, but it was
Mm.
just really uncalled for. And I just don't want people that to come up and add stuff into it.
No, and you can see that's kind of why I don't know what happened personally, so I don't want to, implicate myself in what's going on. My main thing, like I said, is that you're okay. Uh, on your live as a host, you're free to me, this is just my opinion. If you drop who you got to drop, that's
That
your
I know. I have
that's
to
your, you don't really owe anybody an explanation.
exactly.
That's how I run things. And if people's feelings are hurt, they'll get over it. It's not the end of the world, right? But you shouldn't feel like you have to do what anyone tells you to do on your platform. It takes a lot of work to build your platform up, and build the connections you have. And, you should give yourself credit for doing that,
Thank you, Zeus. But
you
I just
know?
wanted to. I'm always in. If you don't see me, it's because I'm busy. But I'm always in here. So when someone thinks I'm not around, I'm always in Zeus's. I'm one of his biggest supporters. I've always been here.
I assume a lot of people are here. They might just be in their backup account because it's so funny. As soon as something is said in a live, it's all over the internet, right? So that's why I just have one account. There's nothing to hide with me, okay? It's the stuff that is worth hiding, I don't bring to TikTok.
Yeah,
If it's out, huh?
I'm just worried about personal information going out. Him being in the position that he's at. That's what
Yeah,
I'm worried. I've not got nothing to hide, but I don't want people knowing where I live. Who my
yeah.
family is, stuff like that. Even though I don't do Facebook and I don't do any of this other stuff, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's a dangerous thing when someone does this because they think they're bigger than everyone else, and
Yeah.
if they had the capability to gather all these bots and all is what they're saying, it's dangerous. All I did, I stopped the live. I dropped them down. The two guys that was arguing, and I kept trying to change the subject, trying to get everybody to pull away, and they wouldn't. I was left with no choice but to drop them out because I absolutely, if anybody comes into my life, they know that I
Mm.
do not allow conduct like that. I
Right.
2 nights ago, I shut my life down because people, my friends,
Yeah. I mean,
you know,
we're all mute. Listen, we're all mutuals on this app. But I'm going to be honest with you, April. If I'm in your live and I'm engaging in any kind of conduct that's inappropriate, please, you know, draw that boundary like you did. And I'm an adult, I can handle it. My hope is that it doesn't come to that and you can resolve things civilly, right? But at a certain point when you talk to people and you're not breaking through and you're not getting through, it's not even worth sacrificing your you know what I call your mental health for that individual at that moment.
exactly. But I
I've
try to
been through something similar to this, which is why I, a lot of people would like to see me, more, clicky and hanging out in other lives and stuff. And I've been through it enough to know, like, there is a such thing as just, too close,
Yeah, absolutely.
you
It's
know?
but I had no idea this person that comes in once every 2 weeks or whatever, was like this.
You
I
don't know
mean,
what kind of medication folks are on. You don't know what dope they're on. I shouldn't say that, but people are weird. They're deranged. You don't know. He might, I'm not giving people an excuse for this bad behavior by any means, but I'm very aware in our world, in our society, you don't know what people really got going on.
yeah.
And so
Okay.
it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to take people serious when they spaz out and do things that are just, unpredictable. You got to start wondering, like, hey, are you really okay up there? And move on.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm sorry it got turned to this
No,
topic.
no, don't. You don't owe me an apology. It's fine. This is what we do. We talk politics and tell the truth, but I'm also a caring person.
Yeah, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you reaching out this morning,
No
and to
problem.
everyone that's showing support. Yeah, I don't want anything to come of him. I just want
Yeah,
people to be aware of the threat, of the
yeah.
mass reporting and stuff that's going on, and that he's, threatening a mini me that just now crossed the 20,000 line. I
Mm,
just now. I'm not a big creator. I'm a little nobody, and someone bigger thought they could come and just squash somebody because they got booted out of a box. So,
yeah. You're not a
so
little person, April, by the way. You need to quit saying that. You're very big. You have a very big presence on this app, and I'm going to encourage you to continue doing what you do. All right? People love you. I love you, and we need you to continue to do what you've been doing. All right? Bringing people together the way you have. And don't let the negative outweigh all of the good.
all right. Thank you, Zeus, and everybody have a
Yeah.
great day.
All right. You have a great day. Are you at work today?
Yes, sir. Getting ready to go back in.
Get that money. Get that
I
money. All right.
got to. Got
Okay.
to make that dime.
All right. I love it. I love to hear it. All right. So, yes, please continue to have a great day. And, let these things work themselves out. Draw your boundaries and keep it moving. All right. If it crosses that line, you know what to do.
That's
And you
it.
have a lot of us out here that support what you're doing. Okay.
Thank you, Zeus. Have a great day,
Uh,
y'all.
all right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it to April. All right. She's going through it, but she will make it through. Oh, my God. Oh my gosh. Listen, I said this live today is a little special. It's definitely off the rails. All right. Now I'm well past my time slot, but I do see two of my good brethren out there that I need to check in with before I get up out of here. All right. All right. We're gonna start with I see you, Nutty Professor. You're next, all right, and then I'm out of here. Dark Swerve and welcome, my brother. How are you doing?
Good morning, Zeus. I want to say a couple of things, and then I'm going to end on a high note.
Let's end it
Um,
on a high note.
First of all, I heard April's live yesterday,
Okay.
and April is the host. You go, girl. You
Right.
go, girl. Okay? Pure and simple. April is someone who has found her voice on this app. She has found her mission on this app, and she
Right.
is never going to sway from that mission. And
Look
I've
who's
been in the
there.
box in April's live before where she has had to clear the boxes and drop me down, right? And,
Yep.
and believe me,
We all
I
do it.
hold no ill will towards April in
No.
any way, shape, or form. I freaking love April to death. It's not like when we go into someone else's live, Snuggles live, and they're just
Oh.
spewing misinformation and lies. Snuggles will just keep those people up there because they're all on his side. Like the
Yeah.
live I listened to yesterday where they were talking about oil and gas prices. Not a single one of them ever brought up the fact that Donald Trump signed an
Mm,
agreement with OPEC to drop production well into March of 2022. That
that
never
part.
came up.
Nope.
That never came up. They just kept going off, and Joe Biden did this, and Joe Biden did that, and Joe Biden did this. And Snuggles sitting there complaining about his 1K. I mean, come
Mm,
on, give me a break.
give us
Okay,
a
so
break.
April, if you're still listening, you go, girl. You
You
do
go,
your thing.
girl.
And I have gotten up into April's boxes, not to speak on what they were speaking on, but just to ask everybody else in the box, do you all have any kind of decorum? Because now you're sitting here yelling over one another, and I can't make heads or tails of what's going on. And believe me when I tell you, I know April will drop every single one of you out of these boxes and won't think twice about it if you can't shut up. You're not 5 years old. You're not 10 years old. Y'all are grown ass adults. So try to exercise some decorum, use that decorum, and be quiet. Let someone finish their point.
Amen.
So that's all I wanted to say about April.
Thank
April,
you.
you know I love you. I'm sitting in there listening to your lives, and you go, girl. You keep doing your thing, and I'm gonna keep listening. I promise you.
All right.
The other thing I want to touch on, I saw an interview with Chris Christie this morning where he was talking about how Donald Trump, as him and Chris Christie and Donald Trump have been friends, and he would lock up political people. He basically said Donald Trump said he doesn't think he could do that. He doesn't know how. They just sit there and remain calm when that door slams shut behind him. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? You about to find out. You about
You
to
really
find out.
are.
Let's I don't know. They might have to give you a Valium or shoot you up with something before they close that door. I don't know. But you about to find out. Now,
Amen.
do I think he's gonna get convicted on all 91 felony charges? Probably not. But he's gonna get you ain't gonna dodge 91 felony charges.
He
You
ain't
ain't
Neo
dodging
in
all
the
91
Matrix.
of them.
He's not Neo in the Matrix.
No,
All right.
no,
He gonna
no,
get hit.
he's not.
Something's gonna stick.
Something is gonna stick to him. Zeus, something is gonna stick to him like white on rice in the middle of a paper plate sitting in the middle of a snowstorm. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna stick right to him. And so here's the high note that I wanted to end on, and I hope I don't hit the buzzer. But so I was supposed to have thoracic surgery this morning.
Oh my God, I don't even
Turns
know
out
what that is.
well, it's where they were trying to. They wanted to go into my chest and get biopsies of lymph nodes, looking for cancer, right? So the doctor who was scheduled to do this surgery, after they got me checked in, and I'm sitting there with my wife and my mother-in-law, you know, they got me checked in. The doctor comes in and he says, "Hey, nice to meet you. You know, I'm Dr. Blah, blah, blah." And we sit down and we start talking. And then he starts explaining the last lymph node biopsy that I had, saying we got good samples of everything. Nothing was shortchanged. You know, everything that we could have hoped for out of that biopsy, we saw.
Right.
And right now, the probability of you having any kind of cancer in your body is about 1 in 150 billion.
Whoa, good man.
So he pretty much he canceled the surgery. He set me up for a PET scan, a CAT scan, and a PET scan 3 or 6 months from now.
Wow.
And said if you start exhibiting any of these symptoms, and he gave me a list of symptoms that I needed to watch out for, because my body is still in the condition it was in when I went into the hospital.
Right.
But as of right now, the chances of me having cancer, 1 in 150 billion. Zeus, that is the absolute best news I have heard all day.
Yes. That is great news. That made my day. And I'm going to actually go out and maybe eat a little extra cake today because of you today, Brother Swervin. All right. Some great news. A lot of people don't get such great news, right?
All right. Now, yeah, I hear you, man. And I didn't really know where I was going when I got into the doctor's office, and I'm following the signs, and I saw my doctor's name and thoracic oncology. I was like, wait a minute, cancer again? Come on.
Oh my, you are beating the odds. Listen, you're here for a reason.
Yeah, and he came in there, man. Like I said, when he gave me that news, and he had a physician's assistant with him, because I spoke. The doctor who did the initial biopsy said everything came back clean. Oncology came and talked to me while I was in the hospital. They said everything came back clean. And so the physician's assistant, I asked him, I said, "Paul, do you concur with his assessment?" And he goes, "Yeah, I do." I said, "Okay, as far as I'm concerned, that is 4 different opinions of 4 different medical professionals telling me I don't have any kind of cancer in my body,
Amen.
I feel pretty good about that. And they were
Amen.
like, you should feel good about that, because he doesn't
Amen.
get to give that kind of
Amen.
news. He doesn't get to give
Amen.
that kind of news very often. So,
Yeah,
but that was the high note that I wanted to end on.
I love it.
I heard my buzzer. Zeus,
All right.
thank you so much for hearing me out. April, please keep doing what you do. Don't let nobody sway you. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. Zeus, I know you're gonna keep doing what you do. And
And listen.
let's keep holding it down in the kingdom. All right?
Yep. All right. Ladies and
You too.
gentlemen, let's give it up to Dark
Take it easy,
Swerving.
brother.
All right. Yes, April. Listen, April. When you're in the league, you're in the big leagues now, April. I gotta tell you. All right, you're in the big leagues. All right, me. You see Snuggles. You know he's catching hell too. It just comes with the territory. All right. Now the difference between us, though, April, is you and I. We're actually bringing truth. All right. We're bringing a lot of truth, and it's an overwhelming amount. So don't you dare get discouraged. All right. I need to be shoulder to shoulder with you, April. All right, because it's going to get nasty going into the 2024 election cycle. All right, it really is. All right, let's bring up my good friend Nutty Professor.
Hey,
Why
so
do
what's
I
up?
hate Trump? I don't hate Trump. Okay, greetings, Nutty. How are you doing this morning?
Well, you may not hate him, but I do. So there you go. So I was the
Yeah,
person that
dark
April
Nutty.
that that April was referring to when she said 2 days ago she had to drop one of her friends. That was me that she dropped.
Oh, oh, well, you
And
got
I
a
was
you got
up.
a
I
beef?
was yeah. No, 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 no. I don't have a beef with April, but I was up in my feelings. Of course I
Oh,
was.
yeah, yeah. Oh, Nutty was
I was
you was
up in.
that
I was up.
you was
I was
cooking
up in
dinner
my
that night
feelings
and you was
because
angry.
no, I wasn't angry. I wasn't angry because April and I are and will be and will ever remain friends.
Amen.
But I was up in my feelings because
Mm,
I was just up in my feelings. That's a human
mm,
reaction, right? But what's
mm,
not a human reaction is to text her and to DM her because I'm upset with her.
mm.
Now, if I'm
Yeah.
upset with her, that's fine to let her know that I'm upset with her and remain friendly while doing so. But what
Mm,
happened to her yesterday is unacceptable. And April, we got you. Period, point blank. And I'm mutuals
mm,
with Shane. I'm
mm.
mutuals with Shane. And Shane has heard from me
Oh!
like this. Don't come after. I don't care. I don't care if April is 122 years old. Don't come after any woman. I don't care how old they are. And we know April is old as Methuselah,
Cut
right?
it out, Nutty.
No, 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 no. April knows this. She'll tell you that she's older than Methuselah.
Okay.
Don't
Okay,
come after
that
any woman.
it's a bad
Absolutely
idea.
don't. You know, come after your own kind.
Mm.
Man to man. Man up. Put your big boy draws on. You got my number. Shane, you got my number. You got my DM. Holla at your boy.
Oh,
That's the way I'm ending it. Holla
all
at
right.
your boy.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I agree. We must protect the women. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is definitely in a. This is an interesting situation, but it's something that we must address. All right. Now, let me see. Okay, Snuggles, you said you wanted to say something. Who else? Who said they wanted to say something? Yes, Snuggles, what do you got?
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm
Can you
all
hear me?
right. How are you? Yes.
Good, good. On a serious note here, there we have a lot of anger through every left and right. It's really bad back and forth. Even for myself, somebody wished me to have stage 4 cancer. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going through some medical stuff myself, and it can be very sad. It can be very intimidating. So I feel for April. I mean, we have sometimes we have some disagreements, but I got to say that on both ends, we're all human. Um, we go through we yell at each other, but at the end of the day, even I had something on Swervin. I had a nice note on Swervin when he was ill. I'm glad that he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have cancer. We don't. I don't wish any ill will. on anyone. When Nancy Pelosi flew to Taiwan, and she had a threat to have her plane come down, I was praying that she got there safely and got back safely.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to people's lives or people's personally, we got to have we got to draw a line of respect for each other. So that's why I wanted to come up here and say something really quick, Zeus. Even for
All
yourself and
right.
myself, we're having a little bit of fun. We do get, we can get a little hot at times, but at the end of the day, everyone is great. Okay, that's all I got to
All
say.
right. All right. Well, listen, thank you for
Yeah,
those kind words, Snuggles. All right.
for sure, for sure.
All right.
Okay, well, I wish everybody a good day today. Okay, I
All
got to get
right.
back
Have a
to work.
good one. All right.
Peace. Bye
Peace.
bye.
All right. All right. Now, I think who was saying they needed to say something real quickly? Who do we have here? Who do we have here? Brad, what do you got? What do you got?
Oh man, I didn't forgot what I was gonna say. Just sitting here listening to everybody. I'll drop back
Nasty.
down.
Nasty.
and, this,
Brad,
and
cut
you
it
know how many
out.
times you know how many times I done requested to come up and forgot I requested. We ended the show.
Nasty. Brad, cut it
Hey, but you
out.
know what? But I will say
Okay.
this.
What do
I
you
will
got?
say this. How many times have you sent out a subpoena for somebody to come to your live?
Never.
I was in, why are all these people over here acting crazy, upset about your content and this, that, and whatever else?
Right.
They can leave, like you said,
You can,
right?
if you don't like the
They can leave. Isn't
live,
it?
you can leave. You're right.
Temperatures do not have temperatures do not have to go super high because you don't like what the host is saying.
It
April Nick is
doesn't.
one of the people. I go to April Nick's live every single day. I was there. What happened? But I didn't
Yeah.
know it went to that extent. So when
Yeah.
I heard about it this morning, I was shocked. But I reached out to her. But other than that, I'm looking for this Mark Meadows transcript that got released.
Oh,
I
it's out?
can't find it just yet. Rachel Maddow read from it on a broadcast yesterday or last night. So
Mm.
I'm searching for it.
All right. Well, listen, keep me
But
posted on it too, my brother. All right.
you got it, brother.
All right. Have a good one, Brad. Thank
You
you.
too.
Give Brad a round of applause. All right, Takesha, were you going to say something, Takesha? I saw you come up here. Okay, before I get up out of here. Listen, I'm doing extra overtime today. Oh, my gosh. I'm doing extra overtime. All right, all right. Alamo, what do you got, Alamo? I think you were saying you had to say something too. What do you got for us? Alamo, going once, going twice, sold. All right, Alamo, we are out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I am out of here. Lewis, you want to come back up here and get something cleared up? Let's get it cleared up.
Hey, what's up, Zeus?
Yes.
Hey, Zeus, I just wanted to come back up just to tell April. I hope I definitely wasn't saying she did anything wrong. I think she was 100% correct in what she did. I
Got it.
did I did send her a message. She maybe didn't see it, saying that I thought the guy was drunk. I didn't even say he was drunk. I say I think he's drunk because I saw him drinking on her lives several
Hmm.
times. I don't know what he was drinking, but his behavior definitely said that he was not in his right mind.
Yeah,
He
but
jumped on a
you could see how it was interpreted. You were making it look like April wasn't handling it correctly. So that's why,
I think, and that's why I came back in because I was driving, so I was talking to you really fast, so I might have
yeah.
mixed my words up and wasn't clear. But I want
Hmm.
April to know I love her. I love what she do. I'm always in her lives, and I'm always listening out, and I'll always be looking out for her. So if I
Yeah.
see something that I think probably happened or that I think is not right, I will definitely message her and let her know. Just tell her
Yeah.
to look for Lewis because I always use the same name. I do it for you. I do it for everyone that I look. I only go in about five of you guys' lives, so I'm always there.
Yeah,
Whenever
you
I
did
can
it.
be there, I'm there. So
Okay.
I definitely don't want her to think for 1 second that I think she did anything wrong. I wish she would have kicked him earlier before that even got
Yeah.
as far as it got.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
I mean, and you're right. And as hosts, we reserve the right to drop anybody from the box whenever we want. If you don't like it, you can
absolutely,
leave. All right. I'm not going to
Zeus,
lose my
Zeus,
life and my privileges because somebody's in their feelings. You can forget that, been there, done that, and did it first. All right, Lewis, I got to
absolutely.
run. All right.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for letting me back up. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Thank you for clearing that up. All right, April, look, you got a lot of love in the kingdom. All right, so please continue to do the great work you've been doing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. We've been in here for quite a while, and it is now time for Zeus to depart. Make no mistake, Trump supporters. Absent of what's been going on, I am still committed to bringing down this heavy hammer of truth down on Donald J. Trump and his supporters until they repent and apologize to the United States of America for all their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds that they have done. They've continued to be the heaviest weight on this nation for quite a while, ever since Trump came into office. All you've done is try to make this country the most corrupt country. As a matter of fact, I would go as far as to say, you Trump supporters, you're trying to turn the United States of America into a banana republic. Can you say banana republic? And I'm not talking about the store. Sedition, treason, conspiracy theory promoting individuals, you are. And as long as you're committed to spreading lies and misinformation, I am committed to making sure I am on your backside every step of the way. It's like a saddle. It's like a saddle, right? I put the saddle on the back of MAGA and I just ride. Giddy up, MAGA. Giddy up. I don't want to talk about President Biden and his so-called crimes because, like you all said to us, whenever you bring up Biden being a criminal, I'm going to say, do you have a docket number for that? If you don't have a docket number, zip it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Take care. Have a great rest of your morning. And keep spreading the truth, all right? And I really am the most handsome. You see my features? Thank you, Miss Boss Diva. JP! You like the shirt? Ah! I like the echo when I'm moving like Miss Boss Diva, thank you. Not so bad yourself, all right? I make my own rules. Janae! Nice to see you, Janae. Lewis, thank you. April, keep up the great work. Shane, repent. All of you need to repent, actually. And I'm off the rails, but you all are off the rails more than I am. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me because I'm sweet like a tooth. Player hating on the gods, boy, you're such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome. That's why they call me Zeus. Thank you, Angela. Laura, I see you, Jack. Mrs. Phelps, nice to see you looking good as always. When I'm moving like Zeus, don't be playing with my move when I'm moving like Zeus. Dark Tree, I see you. MAGA, repent. I'm hotter than Hades and I'm burning than the roof. You say you want it fast, well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you guarantee to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. Oh, Cindy. Cindy, that's a lie. That's a lie, Cindy. Oh, my mic again. Player hating on the gods, boy, you such a bitch. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. Catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome. That's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm Poker Dad, I see ya. Oh, the song is utter trash. Lewis, thank you. I'm all that and the above. Go make one, Alexander. You go make a song and you bring it up in the kingdom. I would love to hear it. Alexander, please make a song, Alexander, and use all the metaphors and double entendres that you can. And I want to make sure it got the good hook, Alexander. You sound like a hater, Alexander. What kind of name is Alexander? Alexander. I'm kidding. Well, I'm kidding, ladies and gentlemen.
He's deranged. Dexter. 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 Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Bye, Janae. You could have just said bye, Janae. You don't have to add haters, all right? Where's the love, Janae? Where's the love, Janae? All right?
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family is a Trump hater. They hate him with a passion. They hate him. But he's a harasser and an abuser. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more deranged. Yes. He's deranged.
All right, I'm out of here. What an interesting show. Thank you, Janae. Let's go!